back to my kitchen and welcome to the Recipe Therapist. On this week's episode, I'm very excited to share with all of you a Valentine's Day dessert. And this video is going to be in collaboration with a girlfriend of mine named Dolores from her channel called the Baking Diva. And Dolores has gotten 12 other channels to participate in this collaboration as well. And the best news is that we're all making a different dessert for you today. So I am gonna leave a link to all 12 channels in my description box below for you to binge watch all these different Valentine's Day dessert recipes. Today, I'm gonna be making for you a chocolate fudge brownie pie. This pie is gonna be so delicious, it's not that hard to make, and I'm gonna show you two different versions of how to make this pie. We're gonna do a quick and easy version and a from scratch version. Either way, you're gonna love this pie, and I can't wait to show you how I do it. So let's get started. So I wanna show you what goes into this fudge brownie pie. We're gonna start off with the easy version. Basically, what I do is just take a regular box of brownie mix. I follow the instructions on the back, pour the batter into a frozen 9-inch deep dish pie crust, and bake it off in the oven, and that is it. Now, I happen to prefer the from scratch version, so today I'm gonna be making it that way, and I wanna show you what goes into that. So we're going to be starting out with 2 ounces of semi-sweet baking chocolate. You can find this in the baking section of your local grocer. It's very easy to come by. And we're also gonna be using 2 ounces of unsweetened baking chocolate. We're also gonna be using 1.5 cups of salted butter, which I'm going to melt up later. We have some granulated sugar, salt, vanilla extract, and 3 room temperature eggs. I have some flour here, and my favorite cocoa is Hersheys dark cocoa. You can use the regular cocoa, but I prefer the dark, and it's going to make this pie extra chocolatey and delicious. So the first thing we have to do is get melting our chocolate. So I opened up the chocolate, and they come in 1 ounce squares like this. So I have 2 ounces of the sweetened chocolate and 2 ounces of the unsweetened chocolate. And before I mentioned about the butter that we're gonna be using, I said that we were gonna use 1.5 cups, but I really meant 1.5 sticks, which comes out to be about 3/4 of a cup of butter. So we are going to take our chocolate and our butter, and we're going to put it in a microwave safe bowl like this. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to microwave this butter and chocolate together in 30-second intervals. It's probably gonna take about 2 minutes for it all to melt together, depending on your microwave, and then I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do from there. So here is my melted chocolate with butter. In my microwave, it took about 2 minutes, and it's just perfectly melted. See how it came together really nice? So now we're ready to throw this batter together. So I'm going to take my chocolate butter mixture and put it right into my bowl, just like that. And then I'm going to add my sugar. I have about 1.5 cups of sugar going in, and my 3 beaten room temperature eggs. Okay, I'm gonna give this a mix, and then we're gonna get ready to add the rest of our ingredients. Now look at this batter. Is this looking so good? This smells so good. It looks so good. It's really looking like a delicious fudge brownie mix. So our last ingredient is our 1 cup of flour. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this flour. All right, it's going to go right in like that. And I'm gonna start out by folding it in with my rubber spatula, just so it doesn't poof all up on me. And then I'm gonna take my whisk and mix this all together. And that's it. We're gonna be ready to put it into our pie crust and bake it off in that oven. Our brownie batter is all done and complete. This looks perfect. It's nice and velvety. It's ready for me to pour into this pie crust. So I have my oven preheated to 350 degrees, and now I'm going to take this brownie mix and I'm gonna put it right into this pie shell. All right. Now, the beauty about this pie is that when it cooks, it has more of that fudgy, like wet center to it. It's never gonna be like a cake-like brownie, like regular brownies would be, because it has that pie crust on the bottom. So it's going to be nice and moist in the center, which is exactly what I like. So if you like it like that, then you're really gonna love this pie. Now, I'm gonna bake this for about 38 minutes in my oven, because I like it, like I said, more wet. But if you like it a little more cake-like, you can bake it for about another 10 minutes extra, so about 48 minutes. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the oven, and we're gonna cook it till it's nice and cracked on the top, and it's gonna be so delicious. So my pie's been cooking for about 38 minutes, and let's take a look at it. Look at this, it looks just perfect. You see how it's slightly cracked at the top and it's got a few bubbles there? I'm just gonna take my toothpick to show you what the inside looks like. See, it comes out a little wet. I kind of like it like that, but like I said, if you want it a little bit more dry, you can cook it for about 10 more minutes and it'll be just perfect. My pie's been cooling off for about 25 minutes, and you see all those cracks on the top? That's absolutely normal. That's exactly what we want. So right now, I am going to attempt to cut into this pie and show you what the inside looks like. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this. And it really smells so good. And you can see that crust is nice and crispy. That's exactly how I like it. And look at how fudgy that looks. That's perfect, actually. Some people would think that that's not done, but that's not true. That's exactly how it's supposed to look, nice and fudgy like that. So I'm gonna put some whipped cream on top, because that's exactly how I like it. And I mean, you could put some fresh fruit, but because it's Valentine's Day, I kind of like a little raspberry on top. So I'm gonna go ahead and take a taste of this brownie pie. Look at that. That looks so good. I'm gonna take a little whipped cream. And I'm going in. I wish that you all can taste this pie. This is so good. Oh my gosh. I know that I gave you the shortcut version, but I have to tell you guys, this from scratch version is so good. It's not gonna be as fudgy like this with a regular box brownie mix. I hope you enjoyed this recipe, and I want to thank Dolores for getting this collaboration going, and remind you to check out all the channels of the other participants in the description box below. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time to serve up some more love. Take care.